Hello traders, the last few videos have been far too long. Let's try to quicken it up a bit. And as you see right here, Dow's up 6.5%, Nasdaq's up 5%, S&P's up over 6%, and the Russell's up 5.5%. The VIX took a nosedive by 10%, almost a 500-point day on the Dow. Here we're taking a look at the S&P 500, looking at the daily here, and check this out. Redrew a couple of my trend lines. And we have what appears to be kind of a falling wedge type formation. Go to chart school to see that for yourself and what a falling wedge is, freetrainvideos.com, and then click on chart school. Falling wedges are in fact bullish. However, these two blue lines are not colliding into each other. What I mean by that is they finally do way out here in the future. And I doubt we're just going to keep doing this until we pop. So the big question is simply this: do we have a falling wedge, or is this just a downtrend that we're in right here? Any way you look at that, the one thing I want to pay special attention to is this reversal pattern. We have a nice down leg right here, and now we have an inside trading day on that monster candlestick that we received just yesterday. It is Friday. This is the weekend edition, so we have a couple days to sit and ponder this. This here is called a good old-fashioned bullish Harami reversal pattern. We closed at the day's high. I mean, people are putting money in right until the very last seconds. Now, we closed right here at 800. The S&P, if you see this, we closed right at 800. So we're at resistance as we speak. And it doesn't surprise me at all that we're between these two red lines. Remember, these two red lines come from 2002, 2003 lows, and we're right here between it. So we're hung up in this support area. If we were going to bounce, this would make a very good place for it to happen. Now, and if we do get a bounce here, we make a higher high, we should head on up, and we're going to hit our head about the 850 mark, about where I had this till line. You can see where we have support and support. That should act as resistance if we hit our head. Perhaps we'll just chop around a little bit if we do go higher and hit about this area, which would make sense because we have a falling trend line right here. And we have this resistance area that would make for significant resistance, and that would make for a very yummy and tasty short opportunity there if in fact we start dropping. The only thing we'd have to deal with would be these red lines, which are support areas. Now, if we start jacking around here and just going sideways, and then we build a low base formation, very bearish, and we should crash through. The point that I want to be to draw a lot of attention to here is if we do break below this support area. And if we go back, you can see this support area has acted as support for some time now. So if we do break through this support area, then we're dead meat. We're gone. We're going to drop. Now, the thing I want to bring up here is we're going to pull up the weekly chart. Just type W here, hit enter, and here is our weekly. Kind of forget the lines. They don't make a lot of sense here. That was on my monthly. Let's get rid of this. When we're coming down, we kind of have that falling wedge type formation. And so it'd be really interesting to see what happens here. Let's look at the monthly, see what's going on. And if you can look through all those lines that I have drawn, it's just a drop. It dropped, and it just smacked 800, and that's where we're at right now. So what's going on with the Dow? Here's the Dow monthly. We are down below the 200-day moving average on the Dow, and then here's the Nasdaq. We've been below the 200-day moving average, and here's the Russells on the monthly. We're down below the 200-day moving average. Never a good sign. So while we're here, let's do the weeklies on these. Here's the Russell's weekly, still breaking down. Here's the S&P weekly, breaking down, but we are here again at that support level, and the Nasdaq breaking down. We're decisively below that 1500 mark, and it could just get nasty as time goes on. And here's the Dow, and breaking down. But look at this big long shadow on the Dow. We did kind of rally back a little bit. So there you have it, weekend edition. See you at freetradingvideos.com.